All right, in all seriousness. So, you know how I go on these little, well, as if I've done a bunch. I've done, honestly, like 2 times I've been out in the Southwest United States hunting for goodies, different things. And I've reached out to some of my psychic friends, and I've had, as you may or may not know, most of you should, Dick Allgaier remote viewed me the first time I went in November, when I just went for a couple days in this one area. My friend who lives down there wanted me to take my drone somewhere. It was so windy. One place we couldn't go to. The other place we did. Third place we did, whatever. And we stopped by some couple other spots. But while I was out there, Dick Allgaier is remote viewing me out there without even being asked or tasked to do it. He says, I was doing what's he called, a S5 remote viewing session. That's like kind of like a free state, like universe, just tell me what I need to see right now. That kind of a thing. What does he see? J-Snip 4 with J-Snip's tan hat on, strap under the chin, floppy brim, describes me to a T. I see a body of water or something over here, so I don't know. I see movement. I'm moving, so I don't know if I'm on a boat or just there happened to be a big body of water over here. And we were up in this little mountain area over here to the right. You can look down and see the water. We were moving in my friend's Polaris. At the time, I didn't have mine with me because I just went up there for the first time. Second time in January, when I went back, we found the crystal cave and all that stuff. I had mine. But the second time, I also gave a little picture to the crypto viewing team. And I'll get to Michelle Whitedove in a minute. And my other friend, my new woo-woo friend I told you about that kind of has some woo-woo that I just discussed. You probably saw that. Well, I did the live stream last night, so that one. Very, very interesting. So anyways, Dick Allgaier remote viewed me there, told me some of the stuff he saw there, which kind of excited me. I want to go explore and check some stuff out. So that was interesting. Went back in January, went crystal hunting, did some other things, went to some other locations because we had a bunch of drone work to do in some other locations for my friend. Yada, yada, yada. And so I got recently, I found a couple of people, this is going back months. I found one guy online posting things, very, very much awake, treasure hunting stuff related, but very good information on what to look for and what the old Spanish would do and signs to look for and this means that, and like some stuff that was like, wow, this guy really knows his stuff. And he had a problem of getting his comments removed and banned himself numerous times on some of the more mainstream, if you will, treasure hunting forums, if there's a such thing as mainstream. I guess there is. And so I went back to the web archive on those pages where big, long threads were going on to see if the web archive had captured what he had said before they deleted it. And sure enough, I got a whole bunch of information that I just copied, pasted right into an email, sent it to myself, saved it in my little special folder of just real useful information and stuff. And I'm like, man, wonder if this guy's around. Look, long story short, he was an older man now and is dead. So I was like, shoot, too bad. Because he was willing to talk to people. Anyone who's willing to listen and engage, he was so willing to talk. But so many people would just attack him. He's full of crap. I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but what I'm reading here looks pretty good. Knew about secret societies and all this other stuff. So I'm like, yeah, he's probably telling secrets that they don't want him telling. So he's getting banned on some of these forums, So I'm like, that's the kind of guy I want to listen to. So recently I found another guy like that posting almost not identical, but similar information. Wow, how did I never find this guy before? Well, he's pretty much been banned off the entire internet except for one forum. Literally one forum. And he made a comment on that forum that, wow, out of all the places that I get banned at, as soon as I start talking about this stuff in secret societies, somehow my posts get banned for some kind of rule breakage or whatever. He goes, however, this guy over here at this forum has been more than fair with me. He's never done that to me. And I've got a few maps from so-and-so, to kind of a famous former treasure hunter guy. And if you guys want them, I'll fax them in, whatever. And the guy's like, I can't take a fax, but anyways, he got it to the guy and the owner of the website, the forum, and he went ahead and posted it on behalf of that guy. And even though I saw the post, I still couldn't download it. So I think I had to go back to the web archive, and then I saw the link there, and then I grabbed it, and sure enough, the file downloaded. It was a PDF with 4 or 5, maybe 5 or 6 scanned images of like hand-drawn maps. Now, this particular guy allegedly would take treasure he had found or whatever and rebury it in his own locations. Nothing like you have to read a map sign on a rock or, you know, whatever. Nothing like that. But somehow he got these a place or places. I'm not really sure. It's, again, I've studied the history of this guy. It's factual. He found stuff, like, for sure. And he had said, I took it out. I want, back then, in the time we're talking about, it was time. It was during a time when gold was illegal to own. Okay, and so what these people would do if they ever found something, even if it was just a gold claim, like digging in a mine shaft and they found regular gold, whatever, it was still illegal to own it. So if they found something buried or whatever, they realized, I've got to take it like across the border to not New Mexico, but Mexico, because in Mexico you could unload stuff. It wasn't illegal, but you're going to pay a little discount because they know, oh, you're coming across the border to sell gold. We know it's illegal in America. We'll give you a little discounted rate, and they would gladly take the gold. This is going back many, many, many years, like decades, not even years, decades. So that was kind of how they did it. They also realized, if I take everything out of here that I've found and they get caught, well, I'm done, I'm finished, and I'll never have any wealth or anything in my life because they've taken it all. So I'll treat some of this stuff like a piggy bank, and I'll just get a few pieces of bars or whatever, a few of them at a time, go across the border, do my thing, come back, and live as long as I can until I need to do it again. And some of these guys got older in age, died off, and kind of said at the end, look, it's still there, and if I can find it, you guys can find it. I'm not telling anyone where it's at, but if I can do it, you can do it, that kind of a thing. So this one particular guy, I knew had a history of taking stuff out, reburying it, making his own maps. This guy I found on the internet recently, who I've tried to reach out to, in the mail bounced back, sorry, this user doesn't exist. So I'm thinking, oh great, here we go, another dead guy that I can't reach out to and talk. I'm like, shoot, whatever. But I do have these maps, these hand-drawn maps. And 2 of them were most important to me because I already knew the area roughly on, I could look at Google Earth, for example, and figure out the area, the rough estimate area. And one in particular, I know exactly where it is, 100%. The other one, I'm about 90-95% sure. So out of the other ones, one was very encoded map that I forget deciphering it, whatever. But there was 2 that were hand-drawn, and I could read them easily because they were common sense, So I thought, I wonder if any of my psychic friends can help me. And I thought, okay, let's, I happen to know one of the best psychics in the world. You may have just seen her face a second ago when I started my video playing the angel music. Ah. So I said, let me send her, if she's got time, these 2 maps. Just real quickly, is this legit? Are these legit maps or are they fake? 2, is there stuff really here? In other words, if it is a real map, is the stuff still here that this person would have reburied or whatever in these spots? That was all I wanted to know. Because I already knew it wouldn't be anything dangerous, booby traps. No, this guy would have already been through that if there were any, to get it out and then rebury it himself. And if he's reburying it, he didn't rebury it very deep. So he can come back quickly and get it later. Just makes sense. So I send off this map, these 2 maps, to Shantae, which is Michelle Whitedove's assistant. And she goes, oh, hey, yeah, she's doing readings today. This was yesterday. I'll put it in front of her, see if she has time to do it, to give a little quick read for you. I said, okay, great. Thanks. So as I'm doing that, I have an urge. After I'm done with that, I tell myself, I did that video yesterday, the live stream, and I was talking about my friend, not my new friend. I've known the friend, but new to woo-woo. And again, it's not as if she's psychic per se, but it's her method of communicating that she gets the answers. And I had the overwhelming feeling after I was done with that live stream, later on in that evening, I was thinking, man, maybe I ought to just send it to her, just give her a shot. Because again, she's still testing her little ability thing out. Maybe she'll get something, and not to mention, Whitedove's extremely busy, and Whitedove's not going to charge me, for this. And she's backlogged. So I'm thinking, she may not even have time to touch this. So it won't hurt to send it to this one other friend anyways, see if they can get anything. But at the same time, I was telling myself, what if they do or don't get something? We're not really sure that this individual's information is quote unquote trustworthy 100% yet, because we're still kind of testing the stuff out that she said. She's had good luck so far, but it's too new. So I thought, well, again, does it hurt to send it? No, why not? So I did it. I just couldn't help the feeling like, no, send it out a second. Do this. I'm like, but I got Whitedove on it. Nah, just, it's okay. Do it. You know, I felt like inside. All right. So I did it. I get a text message from Whitedove this morning. I'm eating breakfast. Well, her assistant typically who communicates because she's so busy. She's like the middleman communicator and all. And she goes, hey, give me a call when you get a second. I've got good news. I felt like I know what that means. So I'm like, all right, give me 5 minutes and I'll call. I was just placing an order. I didn't want to be on the phone and, you know, placing an order for breakfast at the same time. So I call. She goes, I've got good news for you. What is it? What's up? You know those two maps you sent me? Yeah. One of them had, the first you said that you called map number 1 and then map number 2. Yeah. Well, I can tell you the second map, she felt like there's nothing there. It could be just to lead someone astray. It's not real, you know, like it's just don't waste your time kind of a thing. But the first one, oh yeah, she got hits. She got some hits there. And here's what she has seen there. And I don't think I'll repeat it right now, but some stuff I'd want to find, I'd say that much. Artifacts kind of a thing that would be neat to get my hands on. And I don't mean like, I'm not talking artifacts as in, oh, you're digging up an old Indian, you know, no, not like that. This would be made of metal and maybe different kinds of metal, some of it, okay? But anyways, wow, that one's the real one. And it's still there. Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm excited, you know. So, all right, thank you. I was getting my Jeep worked on. I was getting this pop, like clunk clunk when I'd go forward, hit the brake, reverse, clunk clunk as soon as I'd hit the brake. And I put a GoPro in front of the Jeep and I can see the, like just this piece of suspension kind of clunk clunk. So I'm like, man, I bet something's loose or maybe a grommet or some kind of rubber pieces, you know, wore out or something. So I took it to my normal guy, take it to. I put my motorcycle on the back of the Jeep on that little adapter thing I told you guys about, so I could just go right off and do stuff while he was working on it. So he calls me, oh, it's easy. I'm not even gonna charge you. We just tightened some bolts up. It's fine. Cool. That's when I was out eating breakfast. I said, I'll be there in about 45 minutes. So I get on my motorcycle after I'm done eating breakfast, head back down to the place, get my Jeep, put the motorcycle on back. My kids were at this church thing. They were doing they have this thing like once a week that they do learning stuff. So anyways, they were over there and I'm like, oh, let me go. It's almost time out. One of my kids didn't want to go home. My wife had to take the other kids somewhere else. Let me go pick up Ashley and she'll ride home with me. So I'm just sitting there. Get a text message. Ding, ding. Guess who it is? My other friend, Woo Woo, the new to Woo Woo friend. Hey, I looked at those maps this morning. And here's what my guide told me. There's nothing at map number 2, but oh my gosh, there's stuff at map number 1. There's multiple things on map number 1. It's there. And I said, well, I said, I can't believe you're telling me this right now because I sent this to Whitedove. I didn't think she'd have time to mess with this, to be honest with you. She got right back the next day, which is wonderful. I love it. And I said, she just told me what you got. So you're confirming what she got. I haven't told anybody. I just got done driving back with the new information, go pick up my kid. I didn't call anybody, didn't talk to anybody, didn't text anybody, didn't write anything, nothing. And then she text me. So I immediately call her. Okay. I said, are you ready for this? What? And I just told her what I just told you. Whitedove just went right through this and said, wow, you're onto something right here. You just put marks on the map in the areas of where the marks already were that the guy drew of there could be stuff here. Although her marks were like on the map, his mark was here. She wrote in little red ink like a sliver below this one or a sliver higher than that one. But I mean, generally it's right on the mark. And there was actually a couple marks she did that were not quite on the map. So there was an additional couple things in the corner, according to her, my woo-woo friend. And one of them was a dark red mark. And I'm like, why is that one darker? She goes, because that's where what I felt like was the biggest amount of this stuff, that you'd like to find. And I'm like, wow, okay. And anyway, so I just thought that was amazing, just freaking amazing. I can believe Whitedove. I mean, that's a fact. She won a TV show in 2007 that I'm still blown away by. Blown away. And I remember sending Whitedove a map a while back of just a Google Earth image. And, of like a 2 or 3 square mile radius of this mountainside, just to ask, is there anything here at all? And her reply back was, which first of all, it did take her a while to get back to me because she was just so busy and so behind. And again, I wasn't in a hurry anyways. That's why this time I'm like, I'll be lucky if she can get it back to me that quick because I know how busy she is and she's so packed. She's gonna do a stupid little treasure, map for me. Probably not. She probably didn't have time to screw with it. But she got back to me very quickly. I was surprised and happy about that. But anyway, the first time she finally did get back and like, oh hey, by the way, I get that there's a crap ton of stuff there that's worth finding, but I also get. She goes, I heard my guides tell me, and this is a while back. It is extremely dangerous. It could be booby trapped. Don't go. Stay away. Because she, her, she can get on the ground and walk to stuff. And, oh, go this way, go that way. And if we get into something and she has to go into it, it could be dangerous. And to be honest with you, they would booby trap stuff. That's not a joke. Back in the day. And her guides told her, don't do it. She goes, I also reached out to basically Indian Spirit. And they kind of have the feeling of, they just don't want people on the whole, their old sacred land, which isn't anymore because they've been kicked off of it. But that's kind of their stance. But she goes, to be honest, between you and me, that wouldn't have stopped me. Even if Great Spirit was like, oh, I'd prefer you not to be on the, She's like, whatever. She's like, it's the dangerous part. My guides tell me don't do it. It's too dangerous. And when they tell me that, I will not, I'm not going to do it. And I'm like, I got you. I appreciate that. So this one, I thought, well, this can't be dangerous because this guy would have reburied the stuff easily accessible, probably off the side of a dirt road somewhere, kind of a thing. That's what typically I guess he would do. And then he'd make his own map. So I thought, okay, let me just see if she gets anything. And sure enough, map number 1, oh my gosh, yes. Map number 2, nothing. My other woo-woo friend, I get something on map number 1, but not map number 2. Now I'm kind of psyched to go back, if I'm going to be honest with you. But anyways, I'm trying to work on old Whitedove a little bit. Because again, she's a busy lady. Is there any lost artifacts or a gold or anything that, maybe we'll take a little vacation one day, me, you, our buddy Pete, somebody, I don't know. Not really sure she's willing to do that right now, but she might be at some point. And since she's not right now, well, she can help me with a map. Great. Wonderful. You know how Jay Snip will hook some people up. And I will say this, including my patrons, should I find something. It'll rain. It will rain down. I will probably have to make an announcement. Everybody, the crypto market is about to go on a rally. The whole effing market. Wink, wink, I heard it's going to rain. And then I go out and buy up a bunch of crypto and give it to all the patrons. Wouldn't that be funny and cool? I would, I'm the kind of guy that would do something like that. You know how I am. Just, it's crazy. I don't care, whatever. Who cares? Give back to the people. You know what I'm saying? They support me. I'll support them back. But anyway, so she's helping me remotely, so to speak, on this. And then my other friend, the woo-woo, has now confirmed, like, do I really need to ask anybody else? Like, wow, I'm ready to go back. And the funny thing was, I think I mentioned this when I first went there in November. I flew my drone. I just had this feeling go that way. The compass wasn't recalibrated like it should have been, which take 10 seconds. I just didn't do it. And it was kind of going off to the left, so I'm kind of fighting the stick right a little bit to, no, I feel like I want to go that way. No, that way. And I looked down and through the camera, I'm like, what is that? Nice little rock formation right down in this little washout area. It's completely odd around this whole area. Let me go play with the zoom and just check my little drone out here. Next thing I know, I'm looking at stuff that's telling me you need to get your butt over here in person and look around. there are signs right here telling you need to look around here. So I thought, whoa, I just accidentally flew my place, kind of like in the middle of the desert. Oh, right over to the straight shot over here. Like, I thought that was amazing. So this map that I just found is legit, and I'm looking at it. I know where it is because he wrote about this cave system nearby, and I knew about that. And I'm like, oh my God, we were on that road recently, you know, not too far back, whatever. And I know exactly where this is. Oh my gosh, you know, so it's kind of like exciting. Like I was actually in one of his spots that he was re-hiding stuff and didn't even know it, you know, generally speaking. So I thought that was really, really neat. So now I'm itching to get back there in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? To go try to find some of this stuff. If, you know, again, if it exists, I've got 2 people now pretty darn sure it exists. And one of them is one of the best in the world who isn't shy about telling me, you know, I don't think there's anything in that spot, or, you know, I'm not getting anything there, Joe. I know you want to hear that, but she's not going to lie. She won't just make me feel good. She'll tell me. And there's been some that I've asked her about, a couple things like that related. I don't know if what you think's there. Like, I feel like I'm not even sure if it's worth the effort. That kind of a thing. Or I don't know, you know, she's not going to hold back. So I was waiting to get a call back or text. Hey, it's Shantae. She looked at them. They're both fake. They're not real. Okay. Because, I mean, it was free for all, right? I mean, it's free for me. She didn't charge me. And if she wasn't psychic, she could have easily just said, there's nothing here. That way she doesn't have to be burdened with trying to help, you know, lead me on a wild goose chase. She could just be like, nope, it's nothing there. Whatever. That's not the case. Map number 2, there's nothing there. Map number 1, there is. My other friend, map number 2, I get nothing there. Map number 1, I get, wow, there's some stuff there for sure. Numerous things, numerous locations within the map. Wow. So, and then I'm trying to remember if it was Whitedove or my friend who said, because I mentioned this old guy's name that, you know, would have been the one that reburied the stuff. I don't remember which one told me, yes, it was him. It was him for sure, and it is his map. I don't remember which one said that to me now, to be honest with you. Not that it even matters. It doesn't matter. I just want to know if the map leads to something, you know, cool. And apparently it does. So I wanted to just put that out there because I know I start talking woo-woo and this, oh, God, thumbs down, 50% thumbs down. Settle down. So I'd spray you in the face with a water bottle. Down. Down, troll. Down, mini-me. Like I said, it's my YouTube channel. I'll talk about whatever I want to talk about. Some people love it. Some people don't. Some people like the new stuff. Some people don't. Some people like the Q stuff. Some people don't. Some people like the crypto stuff. Some people don't. If you see one you don't like, don't just get aggravated and come in to give me a thumbs down. Huh. Don't look at it. Don't aggravate yourself. Don't bother yourself. You're upsetting yourself. Just, I'll skip that and wait for one of Joe's videos that I care about. That's all good. You know, some of y'all, I could probably see behind the computer with your eyes. Oh, he's talking. He got his stupid psychic stuff. Oh my God. Settle down. Settle down, my friend. It's all good. So anyways, I just wanted to put that out there because that happened today. It was just last night that I started this thing, emailed that person, hey, and I got this feeling. Yeah, you got Whitedove on it, but just give it to your friend. And I'm telling myself, but she's kind of new to this stuff. What if she's, you know, I don't know if I'll trust what she says because, you know, maybe, but no, I know that feeling inside, Joe. That's not your own feeling. Go with that feeling and listen to it. Okay, yeah, question. Shut up, got it. Hey, so-and-so, I sent you an email last night. Can you check that out? You know, all right, no problem. I'll check it in the morning. And then again, the rest is history. So Whitedove, I feel, you know, of course, nailed it. My friend got the same stuff Whitedove got without either of them knowing that I had done that. It's just double confirmation. But again, I'm using a newbie, so to speak, if you want to be fair, and an old school OG known as Whitedove. But it also let me know that, you know what, maybe this new to woo-woo girl has absolutely got something here. What are the chances that just happened? You know, again, Oh, so that's why I needed to send her. Not that I needed her to tell me that. It was more confirmation that she probably really does have something. And then I was like, oh, okay, got it. You know, spirit punching me in the face. Oh, okay, got it, got it. Or universe, if you will. And so that's that. Cool story. And I look forward to doing some more hunting and stuff, man. I really do. So that's it. Off to some other news. I'm going to go ahead and release this today, Thursday, just because. Take care.